Right, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the Matchday 2 predictions for the 2019-2020 League 1 season. Now, I did my predictions for last weekend and mixed results. I don't remember my predictions that well after I'll obviously go through the predictions and obviously the actual results which happened in real life. So this will be Matchday 2 predictions. I will also be doing the predictions for the Carabao Cup first round, which will be happening next Tuesday and Wednesday. There's actually a game which already happened, Portsmouth versus Birmingham, which I will not be predicting. Basically just because that's already happened, and I can't predict the game which has already happened, which just because there's no point really. So yeah, enough of that out of the way. Let's get into predictions. Now, Accrington versus Bury will not be going ahead, as Bury still have not been able to provide the AFL stable enough funds to go ahead the season. That's their second game cancelled. I mean, it's just a mess of Bury. I'm not going to go into that. Just because, you can ask and research it, but yeah, it's just a mess over there. First game up for proper then, we do have Bolton versus Coventry. Bolton, unfortunately, did lose against Wickham last week. They did have quite a good following there. Coventry beat Southend, quite a good performance from them. And I think it will be a similar story this time around. I think Coventry will just be too good for Bolton. I know Bolton will have a very good home support. I'm expecting that. I think Coventry will bring quite a lot there as well. I think it'll probably be a mainly full away end, so it should be a really good atmosphere at the game. I still think Coventry have more quality than Bolton's under 21s, so I'm going to give a 2-1 win for Coventry. Next game, I do have Bristol Rovers versus Wycombe Wanderers. I think for this one, Bristol Rovers did lose against a very good Blackpool team. Wycombe did beat Bolton. I think this time with Bristol Rovers being at home, I think they will step up for this game. I'm going to predict a 1-1 draw. Yeah, I think Wycombe will. I think they'll probably enjoy the start of the season. Next game we have Fleetwood Town versus AFC Wimbledon. Fleetwood, the surprise team from last weekend. They beat Rotherham. Not Rotherham, sorry. It was who did Fleetwood beat? It was Peterborough. Sorry about that. Fleetwood Rotherham fans. They beat Peterborough last week. Coming against Wimbledon, who did lose against Rotherham. And I think Fleetwood, with so much confidence after the beat Peterborough, I think they will, and obviously being at home, I think they will get a win over Wimbledon. I'm going to predict a 2-0 home win there for Fleetwood. Next up, we do have Gillingham versus Burton Albion. Burton didn't have the best of starts, so they did lose against Ipswich. Gillingham got a quite good point actually away at Doncaster, which was very good for them. In this game, Gillingham at home, you would expect that they would do well. And I think that Burton, I think they've struggled at home. I don't think they'll do much here. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. I think it will be quite a good game. And I think Gillingham will have 2 points to kick off the season. Next game, we have Ipswich versus Sunderland. Sunderland might be my team. I'm not too sure about this one. I've been really niffy about this one. Ipswich did get a win against Burton. Sunderland managed to nick a point against Oxford. I'll say nick a point, equalised in the 49th minute, but it was an awful performance from Sunderland. And I believe if we do play that against Ipswich, I think we could easily get absolutely hammered. But I think it's still early days. Apparently there's been lots of news about Sunderland today. Apparently Jack Ross has only got a couple of games left before he will be facing the bullet. I'm going for draw. I think I'm going for another draw. I know it's my third draw out of 5 games. I know I'm boring, but I think Sunderland will. I think it'll be a tough game. Ipswich, I don't know. I'm just screw out. I'm going to let Ipswich win. I know. I think Ipswich being at home and the way that I played last weekend against Sunderland, who played awful, so I think we will lose. I think Ipswich will win 2-1. Next game, we've got the MK Dons. They're playing their first game of the season. They're at home against Shrewsbury. And Shrewsbury, they I don't know how, but they beat Portsmouth. Despite literally being absolutely hammered by Portsmouth. Against MK Dons, who I think obviously the first game of the season for them, they'll be at home as well. I think MK Dons will get a win. I think they will beat Shrewsbury 2-0. Yep, that's basically this. Yes, I think Shrewsbury. Yes, I think obviously they'll quite look to beat Portsmouth. I think away from home, because MK Dons side obviously will have a lot of buzz. Being just promoted. I think they will lose. Next game we do have Oxford United versus Peterborough. Oxford, they were absolutely fantastic against Sunderland at the last weekend, and they should have really won. And Peterborough, they were surprised defeat to Fleetwood, and I think Oxford will win this game. Being at home, Oxford obviously they take the Sunderland, but whether that is obviously they only accept the performance just because it is Sunderland, or just because they actually do look up a decent team. But I think Oxford will win this game, obviously being at home. Peterborough, who are a similar team in quality to Sunderland. I think Oxford probably will play the same strengths, but I think this one will be quite a goal fest. I'm going to say a 3-2 home win there for Oxford. Next up we do have Portsmouth versus Tranmere. Portsmouth were unlucky to lose against Shrewsbury last week, and Tranmere were beaten by Rochdale at home. Now for this one, I do feel for Tranmere because this could become an absolute slaughtering by Portsmouth. But I think I'm going to keep it realistic. I'm going to say a 3-1 home win for Portsmouth. I think being at home, they will be looking to kick-start the season now. Obviously, as I mentioned already, like quite a few times already, we were lucky to lose against Shrewsbury. But I think being at home, I think against Tranmere, who didn't look the greatest against Rochdale, I think Portsmouth will be looking to get a quite convincing win. I'm going with a 3-1 home win. Next, we do have Rochdale versus Doncaster. For this one, Doncaster, I mean, a lot of people thought that they will be able to get 6 spot again. They were held at home by Gillingham. And Rochdale did actually win on the opening weekend. I do think that they will lose this game, Doncaster. I mean, like I said last time, I think Rochdale are quite a poor side. And I suppose, maybe Tranmere, it's a bit of an easy-ish game just because, they're just being promoted. But I think for this game, Doncaster will get a 2-0 away victory. I'm just feeling a bit more confident for Doncaster's sake, I suppose. Now this game could be, I think this game probably could be the game of the weekend. Rotherham versus Lincoln. Lincoln beating Accrington last weekend at home. Rotherham getting a good win against Wimbledon. It wasn't the best win ever, but they still won. For this game, I think this game could be a really good game to watch. I think this game could be another goal fest like Oxford against Peterborough. I think this could have quite a few goals in it. I'm actually going to go for the same squad. I'm with a 3-2 home win for Rotherham. I think Rotherham just have a bit more quality about them than Lincoln. Lincoln are still looking good. I think Rotherham just that one step a class above. I couldn't get my words out there. And the final game, we do have Southend versus Blackpool. Now Blackpool are looking very, very good this season. They are definitely dark horses to get the playoffs, and I think after last week's performance against Bristol Rovers, they're definitely proven why they are one of those. Southend were beaten by Coventry last weekend, and I think they will be facing the same fate against Blackpool on Saturday, and I think Blackpool will get another 2-0 victory. Now that, guys, will conclude my predictions for Matchday 1. I will now be getting into my Carabao Cup first round predictions. Now I will be going through the northern section first, and so basically that's what we're doing for all the League One teams that are in action during the Carabao Cup. I will be giving obviously the games which they are playing in, and I will be giving my thoughts and predictions. So as I said before, we'll be starting off with the northern section. Accrington versus Sunderland. I think for this one, I think it'll be a poor game. Whether or not Sunderland will actually go for this one is beyond me. I think really we should be looking to get knocked out of each cup at the first possible attempt, just because obviously I think most Sunderland fans will agree with me that we do want to actually be going for promotion this year. So I think it will probably be good if we do try and get knocked out straight away. But I think this game will finish 1-1, and I think Accrington will win on penalties. I'm being serious as well, by the way. I think Accrington will actually beat us on penalties. Next team we do have Blackpool versus Macclesfield. Blackpool probably got the easiest draw of the northern section, and I think they'll absolutely smack Fleetwood. I think Blackpool will get a 4-1 win. Grimsby Town versus Doncaster Rovers. I think Doncaster will win 3-0. Grimsby again a pretty poor team. Doncaster know how to score goals. Next game, Huddersfield Town versus Lincoln City. Lincoln have probably been given the toughest draw in the first round, but I think this is where there could be an upset. I'm going to back Lincoln to get a 2-1 away victory. I know it's a bit optimistic, I know, because they are a League One side, but I think they could shock Huddersfield. I'm being generous with that as well, especially after Huddersfield lost last night, which is, I'm recording it on Tuesday, which was when Huddersfield played against Derby. Nottingham Forest against Fleetwood Town. I think Forest will win 2-0. Even though Fleetwood did do well, I still think Forest will just do better than them. Port Vale versus Burton Albion. This is a weird because the other two Midlands closed, but apparently they are qualified to be in the northern section. I think this game will finish 0-0, and I think Burton will win on penalties. Rochdale versus Bolton, a Lancashire/Manchester derby. I don't know what you want to call it. I'm going to go with a 2-1 home win for Rochdale in this one. Now Sheffield Wednesday against Bury. As of recording this on the 6th of August, this game is still going ahead, and I think Sheffield Wednesday will thrash Bury 5-0. I'm being serious about this as well. Sheffield Wednesday, they beat Reading at the weekend. This will be Bury's first game of the season. and Bury just are not a very good shape at all. I think Wednesday will win 5-0. And Shrewsbury versus Rotherham, I think this game will finish as a 2-2 draw, but I think Rotherham will win on penalties. And the final game of the Northern section, Tranmere versus Hull. I think Hull will nick it. I'm going to go for a 1-0 away win for them. Now on to the Southern draw. Obviously, I think this probably is the game of the first round. AC Wimbledon versus the MK Dons. I think Wimbledon will win this game, you know. I don't know why, just, you know, I think it will be a packed out ground. Wimbledon, obviously, yeah, their stadium isn't obviously the biggest. I think if it was played at the MK Dons Stadium MK, probably will be a little bit more busy. Probably could get more tickets sold for this one. But I've gone with a 3-2 home win for Wimbledon. No reason, just why, because they're at home. That's the reason why. Bristol Rovers versus Cheltenham. I want to go with a 3-1 home win for Bristol Rovers. Coventry versus Exeter, a repeat of the 2018 League 2 playoff final. I think Coventry will get another big win over Exeter and with a 3-0 home win. Gillingham versus Newport County. I think this would be another upset. I think Newport will win this game 2-1. Luton versus Ipswich. This could be another good game. Actually, I think Ipswich will lose here against Luton. Luton, I think they'll finish 2-2, but then Luton will win on penalties. Oxford versus Peterborough. I think Peterborough will nick it 1-0. It's funny how these two teams are actually playing on the same on the weekend after, but I think Peterborough will actually win this one. It's a bit unusual. Stevenage versus Southend. I think Southend will get an easy 2-0 win. Finally, the last game is Wycombe Wanderers versus Reading. I think Reading will pick up a 3-1 away win there. Now guys, we'll wrap up my predictions for Matchday 2 of League 1 and for the Carabao Cup first round games. Hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new, because I will make you feel good and you'll never miss a video. Cheers for watching guys, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.